New report finds Fox News attacked LGBTQ plus people on 26 of 30 days of June Pride Month. Fox News was happy to celebrate Pride Month on their network with a special commercial embracement. However, they weren't so happy about celebrating Pride Month by actually showing respect to members of the LGBTQ plus community. Instead, Fox News personalities attacked LGBTQ plus individuals 106 of the first 181 days of 2022, or 59% of those days. Those attacks became even more vicious during Pride Month itself, with Fox anchors attacking the LGBTQ plus community 26 of the 30 days in June. There were claims that gender-affirming care is child abuse, a point argued against by medical professionals, as well as continued claims that LGBTQ plus individuals are quote-unquote groomers, a claim debunked by simple statistics. They also frequently deadnamed and misgendered transgendered people. Tucker Carlson even voiced his opinion that LGBTQ plus kids deserve to get beat up, as do teachers that discuss gender identities.
Celebrate Pride Month with Fox News. Meet important voices of the LGBTQ plus community and go inside their incredible contributions. Part of America Together on Fox News.
Leah Thomas is a man. The fact that he perceives himself allegedly to be a woman does not make him a woman, just basic reality there.
Yeah, he's allowed to be inside the locker room, to be in the pool because it makes his advantage happy or whatever it is, because it makes them happy, her happy.
That doesn't give him the right to just ignore that he has a biological advantage over his female competitors.
Self-indulgence and malignant narcissism even when it comes to what you're willing to do to others in order to get what you want when it is inherently and completely unfair.
Men competing in women's sports, okay? You're either all for it or you are a transphobe.
You misgendering again, Joel? I mean, we're going to have to put you in some type of PC prison here.
When a man calls himself a woman, you have to pretend that person is telling the truth.
No, actually, that's a man that we're looking at.
It's kind of a cultic, religious movement with the trans movement.
Marketing complicated topics of sexuality and gender, that's grooming.
You shouldn't be talking to kindergartners about gender identity, especially if you're not their parents. That's creepy. You should be arrested for that. You get beaten up, you should be beaten up. Some teachers pushing sex values on your third grader, why don't you go in there and thrash the teacher?
This goes beyond just predatory grooming. This goes to the point of really psychological torture.
Celebrate Pride Month with Fox News.
I mean, it's nonstop. Considering that they do not support the LGBTQ plus community, they certainly can't stop talking about us almost every day on the news. It's out of control.
That's the
They're
classic
consistently
definition.
consistent, yes.
Yeah.
And I think the worst part about some of this is the statements they make that you're dressing as a woman. Like, they don't go into details that this wasn't an easy decision for a man to become a woman, that they're taking hormone therapy, that they're going through surgeries. They make it sound like they dressed up and played the role as a female swimmer so they could win. That's the way I see them identifying trans people.
That would require empathy, and they have no empathy.
Right, but their base is watches and believes what they say and doesn't do any research to understand a decision like that is a big deal.
You know,
just don't go into it.
That's a really super interesting observation.
That's why I'm here.
The base, yes, it is. The base of exactly who you say are preaching to are the base that went to the Capitol on January 6th. It's the exact same people. And we know that now, fortunately, because we have control. We, as in a progressive and democratic, control of the House of Representatives, or otherwise there would not be any hearings going on for January 6th, and we wouldn't find out any of the things that have been incredibly dramatic that we found out. And one of the big things that we found out is that in live fashion, while that was going on, a network helped the President of the United States propel that moment, and the network was Fox News, and people, including Tucker and Sean and Laura, their power was so great that they're personally talking by text to the leadership, including Mark Meadows, of what is going on live. When in history have we seen a lock-stock television network be able to have and wield that kind of power in the White House? Fox News is the first to be able to do it, to propel the January 6th riots for a oligarch dictator of the United States, which was Donald Trump. That is power that they've influenced in just June this year against the LGBTQ community. Please tell me I'm getting this wrong, because I really want to be wrong.
Can't do that. As much as I'd like to tell you you're wrong at everything, I can't.
I also think it goes back again to our own community when they started attacking trans sports and teaching about gender. I didn't hear enough of our gay male community coming out against this, and I think it was. And we've even heard in rumblings of online posts and people from our own community saying that they don't agree with some of these ideals about, and don't educate themselves about the trans community. So if we don't stand up for the trans community ourselves as our own community, we're now facing the attacks that come back to us losing marriage equality. So it's a slippery slope. Trans people were the Trojan horse for this campaign against the LGBTQ community. But guess what's following? They want to repeal marriage equality.
Yeah.
So trans was the scary,
They got them in.
Yes, they got them in and drew in all these voters. So
one thing that I think is very funny when I watched the first time I saw that commercial, it was like when it finished, I paused and rewound to watch it again, because it was like, wait, this is kind of like an April Fool's joke, right? And it wasn't. And I don't know, there's several versions of this, but one of the versions, and I wasn't sure in terms of what we just showed if it was that version, but they showed Nadine Smith. And they were embracing Nadine Smith from Equality Florida. If there is somebody on this planet that Fox News, Laura, Sean, and Tucker are not going to embrace, it's Nadine Smith. And do you know what that means? This is totally gaslighting. Please go to the dictionary and open up the dictionary and look up gaslighting in terms of the exact opposite of misdirection that you're trying to accomplish. Them showing Nadine Smith in a June Pride Month embracement at Fox News running on Tucker Carlson is right next to Webster's dictionary's definition of gaslighting is this campaign to show it to you. That's what this was.
You know what else is really interesting is that there are people on the other side that don't disagree with us, that do have sympathy for what we do, but they don't have the courage to speak up. They don't get on Fox News and say their piece. They don't defend it. And that's also because their people would listen to them if there was some kind of reason. And those people are not coming out and we're not being asked to speak or being pushed back. But there definitely are people that support.
And there's also people at Fox that have left. Shepard left.
Right.
And basically after he left said, oh my God, what I went through and what everyone
being a gay man there would just...
And beyond that, there's lots of people at Fox News that think this is just crazy batshit crazy stuff. But it's my job, you know. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.